Welcome, tankers.
Let's get this show on the road.
Today we have for you a match on the map of Abbey with a platoon of 3 Tier 10 tanks. Myself in the German E-100, Wild Bill Masuko in the WT E-100 Waffle Tractor, and Killer Smurfs bringing it up in a Batchat 25T. We start off like most maps would, most locations for this, and thinking that we were going to go over and cover the 1-2 line there, and pretty quick that somewhat changed there due to the fact that we're pretty light on the 8-9, and all of a sudden Object 430 just barrels right up the 7 line, so that gives us pause. Bill decides to turn around and see if he can engage that target over there and kind of help him out, because that's a pretty aggressive, bold move there. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed, you know, to lose that vehicle that charges, but he does successfully make it in, and he is going to take out our artillery, which is not bad in the beginning of the game. But again, he is going to pay for it. He is going to be taken out by Bill in the Waffle Tractor. And also, early in this game, we actually lost one of our platoon mates. We lost our Batchat. He did get down in the F line to where he could shoot across into the Abbey, as most tanks do, and he just was not successful there. So what we ended up doing here is we actually regrouped back by the base because we were light, ended up being light down at 7-8, so we decided to come back and hold in this position for a moment, just because they were deciding to push that 7 line with additional units, and they also took out the center Abbey there, so this looked like the best place for us to go. And in doing so, I got my first kill here up on that Centurion 7-1, so good move for us to come back this way. Just not normally done by your heavier tanks. They usually tunnel vision and continue down that 1-2 line, but map awareness is pretty important in this game, so we redirected, and as you'll see, it's going to pay off heavily for us in doing so. So under pressure here, still in the center, I spy me the WZ, and WZ goes down. So even though first couple of really quick kills in here, we're still ended up, we're down a couple tanks. We're down 3-5, which this early in the game is not too big of a deal. We've still got some decent position, although we don't hold the center, and that's what I actually at this time decided to do, is work my way to the center. I do know that there are a few units there, and the center is just so valuable of a location. You can really flex from there and adjust out, either further attacking your enemy's base or defending your own base, or getting some flanking shots either left or right. And that's what we want to take away from these guys, is we want to get that center secured up. And I'm going to go up there, since I've got full health, started off, and Bill's going to follow me in, albeit at a slight distance right now, just because, you know, it's a Waffle Tractor, no armor. In the meantime, though, we're down 4-9 now. So, you know, go big or go home. I press in. I make a mistake here. I should have shot through this wall, and I probably would have still done damage. And I actually do get away with a very lucky shot here. That shouldn't have gone in on his side, but he gets hyper aggressive, focused down on me, comes after me, doesn't realize, boom, there's a Waffle Tractor covering my 6. The 62A gets a little bit better position here, but in the end, not for long either. If I was him, I would have bailed off the back versus facing 2 Tier 10s. Bill comes up, takes a hit for me, and we shut him down. So the center pretty much is ours. Either stay or go. For a moment, we were going to push through, but opportunity rears its head again, and Bill is in just the perfect position. Bam. I said, bam. There we go. 110 E4 down. Bam, E50 down. 2 tanks down, gone. Close the gap a little bit. We're now 10-10. So we've caught back up here. We got a little bit of breathing room. We pretty much own the 1-2 line. We've got that squared away. We thought about pressing further ahead here until this IS-4 just gets behind us. He hooked all the way up the 7 and then came in on the backside on us. So we decided to engage him. Very valuable tank to get out of the game here. Bounces a shell on me. Again, same tactic. I take the lead on it because I have the hit points. We also have the 110 E5 shooting at him from across the way, scoring a point there. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep him just totally occupied in his face. Hopefully he just pays complete attention to me. I can get a shot or 2 in on him. Already gets 1 on me. And facing 2 tier 10 guns, we just quickly whittle him down. So that's what the E-100 is good for. If you can get it in your opponent's face, and then you have backup with another tank, you know, you can pretty much focus somebody down pretty quick. Now, we're down a tank again, but we're both 3 good players versus 2 of their artillery, T-54 and another waffle tractor. Not terrible, but you know, we've definitely got to think this through and do it in the right fashion. So what ends up happening is our 110 E5, he's going to go back down the 2 line because he knows that's pretty much clear, and there's a good vantage point down there once you get down there to the, you know, roughly J line, J2, good areas there, or right up on top of the hill there. Now right here, I think about it for a moment, you know, and I know that the last ping location for that waffle tractor is just in a position to where if I poke out further down that 7 line, it's over. So I decide not to do that. And in talking with Bill, basically we decide I'm going to run down the 8-9 line, and he's going to just hang at cap for just a short period of time and then follow and join me. Now what I've done here, guys, is I've sped this up a little bit for us on this replay so you don't have to endure the agony of the long march down the 9 line. In the meantime, one of the enemy artillery decides to come around and fight it out with the 110 E5, and he loses. So we're back to a tie game again. Enemy has 1 artillery, the T-54 and the waffle tractor. We have our E-100, the waffle tractor, and a 110 E5. I'll take that combination. So down the 8-9 march we go. I'm going to continue going all the way down, and Bill's going to cut across roughly mid and continue down, watch the 7. We were kind of worried at this point of the 54 sneaking through the mid or getting back in or just getting behind one of us, but he really didn't. These guys kind of went into base defense mode. The 54 did push out a little bit, spotted our 110 E5, and took in the spotting advantage for the remaining enemy artillery. Now this is where my nightmare begins right here. I still had a heat round loaded.
That one didn't go through.
And that one didn't go through. That was, I was thinking I had that in the bag there, and it just didn't materialize. So, you know, my bad. On top of that, my bad worse is at that point I should have changed my ammo. But I was pretty involved in the game, and I just didn't. So I figured to get a little spotting here, and Bill comes up, and he gets a shot or 2 on the 54, but it just didn't go his way, and he got shut down by return fire there. So it's me in the E-100, roughly half health there, against the 54 and artillery and the waffle tractor. And there's my second shot that did not go through on the waffle tractor. At this point, chat was going a little bit nuts. You know, RNGesus was definitely not with me at that time there. So, enemy artillery spotted. I think about it for a brief second. Kind of didn't have the shot I wanted. I was really worried about that waffle tractor coming around. Had he continued pushing around, hard to say. But I take the path of safest resistance here. The only thing that could have got me here was if the 54 was still up on the hill. He might have been able to get some shots into me. But as you'll see here, he actually made his way all the way across, which in my opinion was really not the best move he could have made. I feel he would have been far better off staying further off to my right. And there's my first critical hit on him. Didn't do anything. 3 shots in a row that did nothing was kind of, I was a little worried there. But 54 comes around on me, plants one in me. He wasn't going to completely shut me down, but my return fire shut him down. I almost make a critical mistake here. Had I popped out on there, the waffle tractor would have most certainly got a shot into me, but he did not. Enemy artillery sneaks around me. That was kind of definitely caught in between them. And I finally do shut down the waffle tractor. And the 53, 55, he damn near had me. If he would have rolled a little bit higher, he would have shut the game down. And it would have been over. But knowing what his reload timer was going to be, I had plenty of time to back it up, take careful aim, slow down the video for dramatic effect, and end the game on him with a shot. It didn't matter what I shot at him in this case. He was going to be toast. And that's game, ladies and gentlemen. 6 kills from Masuko, 5 for myself. And unfortunately, Smurfs had the goose egg on this one. All right, guys, we appreciate you stopping in.